Hello, welcome to the
Hello.
showcase. My name is Shaun Martin. I have 45 years experience in the field of entertainment. I'm here to share with you some of the greatest talents and experience in Clubland by learning from each other. Please, I ask you, would you subscribe to my channel? This enables me to bring you more great content. Now, today's guest, I've watched with fantastic feeling and never seen anything like it in my life as a tribute act. I'd like to welcome Pete McCall.
Hello, Shaun.
Nice to see you, Pete, and thanks for coming on the showcase.
And you. It's been a long time since we met. It's been a long time.
Yes, time does fly, doesn't it?
It was in the Willows.
It was the Willows, sir. Because Terry said, "Oh, we're playing at the Willows," and I said, "Oh, I've got a free afternoon." And luckily, I was in Hull. I'll come along and I thought, oh, because I know all the band, they're all
that's
absolute,
what I was going to mention.
It's just awesome, You've got one of the best bands in. Pete's having technical issues.
Yeah, technical issues. You can call them that.
It's not. Blame the dog, Pete.
It's down
here. So, Pete, I'd like to go through a bit of history and how Pete McCall got started, and now we talk about the Rod Stewart Songbook, which is awesome. So, Pete, what age did you get into show business?
I've been watching a lot of your podcasts, and a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, I was 7, I was 9, whatever." I was 40. Oh. Yeah, I was too shy to do any singing in public. For one reason or another, I worked in a top secure hospital for a lot of years. Hampton. You know Hampton?
Yeah.
I worked there for an awful lot of years. Just got into the lifestyle. Then the overtime disappeared. So I needed to make some extra money. Anyway, I got a couple of mates who were in showbiz, doing the pubs and clubs, and I knew I could sing. And they said, "You reckon you can sing? We'll lend you some gear." So they lent me a battered old SMK, an amplifier from a keyboard, and some mini discs. Remember them? Mini discs. I got a mini disc player. Taught myself how to sing about 20 odd songs, enough for 3 spots, and blagged my way in with an agent that they introduced me to. They told him that I'd been working for years and whatever. I hadn't. I'd never even done karaoke, but he gave me a chance. Put me 10 jobs in for the first month. 10 jobs. So I just blagged it. I carried on working in the sticky carpet pubs, some working men's clubs. The Northern Circuit.
Yeah.
If you can last there, you can last anywhere. Good grooming, is it? It's good.
Mate, yeah,
it really is.
At that point, Pete, did you do any Rod Stewart, or did you just do general?
It was general. It was like at the time, it was your Robbie Williams songs and things like that. The standards, Dance the Night Away, all those sort of things. The
normal crap then.
Yeah. No, you have to do it. If you don't do them, you don't last long.
You're right.
I did all those. But I was always a Rod Stewart fan. Massive Rod Stewart fan. I've seen him lots of times before. And I've got this husky voice, as you can hear. Anyway, I'd do the odd Rod song. And then people would say, "You ought to do more of that. You've got a sound of Rod Stewart." So I thought, right, I'll do 2 songs, 3 songs. Then I did the entire middle spot. No wig or anything like that, just Rod Stewart songs. Then people says, "We have a tribute come here and you do it better than him." So I thought then, tribute,
more money.
You got it. And I did it. I went for it. Got a couple of jobs here and there. And then they started booking me out, and then it went on and on and on and on, built up to I got my band, and never looked back since. Never looked back. And I'm a fraud, really. I'm not like these. The standard of the musicians I'm working with. They're amazing. They're amazing. And they're great guys as well. I'm just a daft lad from Worksop that puts a wig on and sings.
No, don't knock yourself, Pete, because even though looking at you now, nobody would ever guess that you did Rod Stewart. And
I like it.
Yeah, that's how we like it, Hideaway. But if you put you on telly and you come through the cloud, ladies and gentlemen, Pete tonight is going to be Rod Stewart. People will just go, wow, because you go the whole hog. You know, you've got his moves. You've just mastered it. I kind of like gather from what you've told me. Then you just developed into a Rod Stewart tribute.
Yeah, I was. Let's say I was a fan, a massive Queen fan as well, and saw them lots of times with Freddie and things. Yeah, so you find Queen fans and Rod fans that they like each other, sort of thing. So I thought, well, I can't do Freddie Mercury. So I thought, right, Rod, and I watched him, listened to him. I've always been singing in the car, and they were going down so well, the songs. And as I say, I don't pretend to be Rod. So I don't speak in a Cockney accent or anything like that. I just like to do the songs of Rod Stewart the best I can, and just portray, do the best I can as a tribute to Rod Stewart. Some people, you've seen some tributes, they actually believe they're the real deal. They think they're the guy or girl for that matter. I don't do that. I do what I do, and then I come away, I'm just Pete.
Do you know what, Pete? You're absolutely right, because when I watched you, I mean, I couldn't even walk down the aisles. It was that packed, and people was going crazy. And yeah, you introduced your songs in your normal voice. Nobody gives a toss,
No.
Honestly, they don't, because you're singing the songs that they love.
Yeah, and that's the way. There's an Elvis, and he used to be in Benidorm, and he used to be from Coventry, and he used to say, "Right, what accent do you want me to do it in? I can do it in me Coventry accent, or like with a lip and everything. I can do it like." And they say, "Do it in your own. Do it in your own." So that's what I do. I don't try to be. I don't pretend to be Rod Stewart. There's only one Rod Stewart, and he's a genius, an absolute legend.
I'm interviewing him now. Do you know what, Pete? I know times are hard and clubs are hard to fill and things like that. You work as a solo, and then you work with the band, which we'll talk about soon. There must be a massive difference after working with a great band and then stood in the corner somewhere with your poster up.
Yeah, well, the bread and butter are the pubs, restaurants, and things like that. The icing on the cake is the band. I'm working with those guys, and it's amazing. But I'll sing the songs to the best of my ability. Some people, the difference with the theatres, people are paid to come to see you. A pub or a lot of the restaurants, they just happen to be there. They might not be Rod fans, but people come up to you and say, "God, I didn't realise I knew so many songs, so many Rod Stewart songs," especially the youngsters. They come up and say, "I'm going to buy his album tomorrow. I'm going to do this." They just, everybody loves Rod Stewart.
Yeah,
they do.
You look at him; he's still ever so popular. Even today.
Yeah, he's 80.
Yeah, he's still doing it. But Pete, we look at everybody knows all the songs. Probably everybody knows all the words. They're that popular. For those people that don't know you, Pete, and we're talking about a bigger audience here than normal because this podcast is taking off. Now, you live in Worksop, but you work with a band. All the band are from Hull.
They are.
How did you meet up?
By pure chance, really. We were starting a band up, myself and a couple of lads from Sheffield. We needed a keyboard player. Anyway, somebody said, an agent called Robert Craig. You might know Robert. He says, "I know a keyboard player. He works with Ken Dodd." Or he worked with Ken Dodd. Anyway, introduced me to Terry, and the rest is history. Without Terry Bell, there would be no Rod Stewart Songbook. He is amazing.
Terry has got the passion of 500 people. I don't know where he gets it from.
I don't.
His passion for me is well respected in Hull. Everybody knows him. He used to be in the clubs when I was a guitar vocalist. You go to the club, and when you see Terry Bell on there, you knew he was going to get a good band. So he's well respected, and he is a great guy. And what he's doing for you, Pete, I know beyond the lines, is unprecedented. You just get a band who, okay, we're working with Pete tonight, just go along and do it. But Terry's just on the phone all the time, on the Facebook, promoting. You know,
He's
he loves it.
amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. I think the world of him. And he's brought along over the years all these fabulous guys, you know.
Now, you've got Phil Houghton on drums.
Certainly, what a character.
What a character Phil is. And what a drummer.
He's amazing. He's an amazing musician. He has been working with the very best over the years, and he has. And he shows as well. Every night. Mr. Reliable.
He is, yeah. And you've got Phil on guitar, who used to be with the Casablanca Boys.
The naughty one. Yeah.
Is he the naughty? All right.
He is, Phil. He's a character as well. You know, we just love him. I just stand in awe of these guys and him. I watch him play. He plays the solo. We don't use clicks, you see. We are 100% live. You know, like the Faces used to do.
Yeah, that's 100% live. Yeah.
We do that. And Phil's guitar solo some nights, I just wave him on. Keep going. I'm stood there with my jaw open, watching and listening and thinking, the guy's a genius.
Yes, it was like that with the Casablanca Boys. I toured with them many a time. Fantastic.
Right.
Who's on bass again?
It's Gary O'Neill.
Gary still,
O'Neill.
Okay. Yeah. Because you lost the other guitar player from Hull. Who did you lose?
Hang on.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's Tony B. Tony B.
Steele. Sorry
another
about
legend.
That, yeah.
A gentleman,
he is an unbelievable legend. He had a shop in Hull, and it was one of the best shops ever. You know, he'd treat everybody with great respect. So
I never found that.
What a musician as well. What a musician.
Oh, he played mandolin, he played the rhythm guitar, he played the lead guitar. He could do anything. And it was only travelling that got Tony down. That's the only reason he's not stood with us now.
I understand
know that. It was so sad. Phil is playing the guitar of two men in one go. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I'm in awe. So
you're kind of like trying to promote, Terry's trying to promote TFB Entertainment, is it?
Yes. He won't tell me what the F stands for in the middle. He won't tell me.
He's telling me, but I'm not telling. But he's trying to promote TFB Entertainment, which I understand why he's doing it, because, you know, if you can cut out the middleman, they take so much money. And no disrespect to it. You know, they do a great job.
Yeah, brilliant.
And the promoters do a great job. But when you've got a band as experienced as what you've got and everything, you want to try and keep them the most of the money, because by the time it's shared out, there's not much left. So if you've got a promoter and a manager at the end of it to pay as well, it soon dwindles down to nothing. So that's a real good part of it. So how does it feel being part of the best Rod tribute in the UK?
Arguably. There are a few Rod Stewart shows, you know, but I think we've got the best. I think I've got to mention the sax player as well, Nigel Ward, who's coming. We did have Rick Davis, but Rick's gone on to like a duo project now.
Oh, I didn't know Rick had left.
Yes, he has. Yeah, he's gone in a Smooth Operator duo, and they're great. But we've got Nigel Ward now, and he's a star as well. Brilliant player. They all are. Every single one of them. They're amazing. But what was your question again there?
How does it feel? Does it feel being part of the best Rod Stewart tribute band in the country?
I feel a fraud, I say, because of these guys. Because they you know their reputation, and they're legends there in Hull, and you know, pure musicians and great guys. You know, as I say, I do what I do, but it's amazing. I love it every night. We're playing tomorrow night.
You can't pull yourself down. You're not a fraud. You're unbelievable. When you get on that stage, you're Rod Stewart. It's awesome. And people will see that from this podcast, because I've got some awesome footage to show people, and they'll understand it. Let me move on to another couple of things.
Yeah.
Pete, have you ever done cruise work?
I did. I've tried it. It wasn't for me.
No,
it wasn't
not for me.
No. I'm glad you're in agreement. It just wasn't right. I didn't fit. It didn't fit with me. It just wasn't there, and I won't be doing it again.
No.
So I tried it. I did 3, I think. I did 1 some years ago, which was okay. You get to see some nice places, and I did a couple of years ago. Didn't enjoy them at all. Just not just, you know, just like I said at the time, to the agent, I said, it's like a blind date. You fixed me up with something we just didn't get on, and it wasn't right. So it's not for me. I thought, oh, it's a lot of holidays. You get to see some nice places, fair enough, but it's maybe a younger, single guy, girl, whatever. Brilliant. Go for it. Enjoy it, every minute of it. But I just wasn't. It wasn't right for me.
No, and being a family man and a homely man,
Yeah.
I kind of like assess myself and think, I couldn't do all the travelling you do now, even Pete, because you go from Plymouth to bloody Aberdeen,
Yeah. It's that dodgy agent, Terry.
TFB.
Yeah, TFB. His logistics are terrible. No, he takes us where the work is, and he tries. We can get two in the same area. All well and good. One night there, one night there. It's not so bad. But I actually don't mind the travelling. I actually like the solitude of being in the car, my music on, bag of pear drops beside of me or whatever. Just doing what you do with the music. I love it. I lose myself.
Well, having a top range BMW, I can understand that.
I got rid of that. But
You're a Mini now.
No, I'm on a RAV. I'm on a RAV4. But they're a good car. You need the 4x4s in some of the snow-drenched places where Terry sends me, But I do, after working for all the years in the top secure hospital environment, there was always people around you. So now I enjoy the solitude. I just like of the travelling. You look forward to the gig. I listen to Rod Stewart songs all the way there, do the gig, come back, listen to anything and everything on the way back. It can be 4 hours. I'll do it in one hit, but you have to come down after the gig. So by the time you come home, if it's a 2-hour drive or an hour drive, you're back down, the adrenaline's dropped.
You're right. And you're ready for bed, aren't you? You're ready for bed, Pete.
Because you couldn't sleep if you went straight off stage to your hotel. No. I wouldn't sleep a wink, because I'm as high as a kite from just, the adrenaline from that lot.
Yeah, same as me. It's awesome. But so your plan for, how long is the Rod Stewart Songbook been going for now?
Oh, probably about 7-8 years. Not as long as a lot of the others. So some of them have been going 30, 20 odd years. There's one big show that's doing the rounds. They've been going a long time. So it's getting more and more popular, Shaun. We're getting more and more popular with each time. When people come to see us, we get rebookings. They love it. They love it. They see how much we enjoy it as well. And we're mates. We're all mates, every one of us. And that's what comes across.
And you know what, Pete? It's entertainment value because, you don't just stand there looking like a Yorkshire pudding singing a song. You're actually getting the mic and twisting and doing the Rod stuff,
Yeah.
Has your wig ever fallen off?
Never. Somebody tried to snatch it off once. Yeah, but
okay.
I've got quick reflexes and managed to divert them. It was a girl. She's just got a bit OTT. But no, and super glue is wonderful stuff.
I couldn't remember you having Pete last time I saw you. Was you? Because you've got a bit of hair now.
Yeah. This is a wig as well. No, it's not. This is my own hair. This is my own. Sometimes I take it down to the wood, have it really short. But this is what I've got. I used to be really proud of my hair at one time, but I'm sure you've got some photos tucked away with the afro or whatever it was you might have.
I was in boy girl duos and did all the tours abroad.
You'll have to send me some of these pictures.
France.
Send me some of these pictures. I'd love to see them.
Pete.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
What was we like in our younger days?
Oh, we broke some hearts, mate. But
I think you still do, Pete.
Terry's heart, I think it is. Yeah, when I say I can't do that, I'm not going to Aberdeen, Terry.
I tell you what, before we come to the end, Pete, I really need Phil Orton on here, but he won't come on.
He might do have to have any word.
After he's seen this, and come, because Phil's got a few tales to tell. He's just one amazing musician, and I'd like to talk to him about, his life as well.
Well, I'm seeing him tomorrow, and I'll have a word with him. He's at the gig Louth tomorrow night. 1 seat left in the venue. That's all there is. Wow. So I'll give him a push.
Wait, you're not going to be penny broke if you don't fill that, are you?
No, well, Terry doesn't give me much money, you know. I'm really poor.
So, basically, Pete, coming to the end, what's your plan for the next 5 years? To continue?
Yeah, continue improving the show all the while if we can. Rod's 80, you know, he was 80 about a month ago, and he's still going strong. His sister, who I know, she's 96, and she's lovely. So there's a lot of life in Rod. Yeah, he's playing Glastonbury, the Legends slot this year, so that'll boost. You know, people see that. Oh, Rod Stewart, forgot, because that goes out to millions. Yeah, much of the same, but just improving it all the while. We're tweaking it. Rod's got such a big back catalogue. Like we just brought back handbags and glad racks. We brought that into the set, and Nigel has got this. Let me get it right. Wind synth. It's you've seen them. They had them in Star Wars and whatever else. It can do an oboe, it can do a cello, it can do bagpipes, it can do anything. So we've introduced that into the act, and it comes out certain times in the show, and it's just that's improved things as well. I'm just want to keep improving the show all the while, and just trying not to do the same set all the time.
Yeah, I understand that. What's the most popular song? Got to be Maggie May.
It's Maggie May, Baby Jane, Maggie May. If you don't do them, you see that half your set picks itself. Because you've got Sailing, Maggie May, Baby Jane, all these songs, You Wear It Well, all these songs, you can't leave them out because people will be screaming for them. You know, somebody will always come up and say, oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And we think, well, I didn't, but we played for two hours solid and encores. You know,
did you enjoy it, love? Well, I did, but you didn't do my song.
Yeah. You didn't do this one, you didn't do that one. But that'll always be. We'd be on stage for 4 hours, and we still wouldn't scratch it, you know. But that's Rod. That's the legend he is. Brilliant.
Yeah. Pete, you know, as much as I'd like to talk to you all night, it's been absolute awesome. We've had a right good chat and a good laugh. I will send you them pictures just to have a laugh.
Hey, they'll go no further than me.
Because I live in Thailand now, I don't get the opportunity to come and see you, but you know, if you ever play in Thailand, I'll be there.
Well, get Terry, have a word with Terry, see if he can fix up.
Wow, that would be
We'll
good.
be there.
I wish I knew any promoters. I'd be doing it.
After these podcasts, you know, it's going to go from strength. I've been watching them. I'm saying I'll go through your back catalogue. What you up to? About 28 now, somewhere.
You're 31, Pete.
31. Yeah. I knew you were up there.
Yeah.
Wait till 131. After the Phil Oaten one, it might.
I'm having to slow down, Pete, because I'm absolutely buggered, you know, doing these because
you will be.
There's 2 or 3 hours editing afterwards, and then you do that, and then somebody will say, "I don't like that on my video." Well, I'm sorry, you know, I can't be perfect all the time, you know. So
no. The ones that I've seen have been perfect, especially the Terry Bell one.
He was great, Terry. Yeah,
just
lovely.
the top of his head.
I am sailing. Pete, please look after yourself. Have a fantastic show. I follow you on Facebook all the time. For the audience, if you haven't seen the Pete, the Rod Stewart Songbook, Pete McCall, you must go see it. It's the best Rod Stewart tribute in the country. If you live in America, I suggest you get a flight and come over and see them because they're awesome. It's worth every penny, and you don't charge a lot of money. But Pete, one last word from you, sir.
Yeah, just say thank you for having me on here, Shaun. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, mate. I wish we were sat there having a bag of crisps in the Willows, but maybe not for a while.
I'm sure we'll do it sometime.
I'll buy you a beer if you come in next time.
Yeah, I drink Guinness.
I'll get you half then. I'll get you half, Shaun.
Look after yourself, Pete.
God bless you, Shaun. Take care, fella. All the best.